Alright guys, sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened. The stream just literally died on me. So let's hope this one doesn't die on me. It was weird. I have no idea what's going on. All of a sudden the CPU went up, everything went up, and the internet just decided to just disconnect on me. So I'm hoping this one is not that bad, and you can actually see what's going on in this one. I hope this one's not much of an issue here, right? Okay, so let's get on to this. So I know there was a few requests on the other one. Guys, can you please repeat what you said to me if you're still here, and take my sincere apologies for this, because honestly I have no other thing to say, just apologize. Not sure what happened. This is weird. The internet was fine and all of a sudden it just disconnected. Everything just disconnected. So let's not waste time and go straight into this and talk about all the other content that we were going to talk about, right? So I'm not sure what's going on. Something's using a lot of resources. So let's see what happens. Bro, I don't want it on WhatsApp. I want it on the actual stream, okay? So yeah, you just throw that stuff onto me, onto the stream. Right, so let's do this all over again, right? So what we got here, right? So we want to talk about Alpaca Finance, right? So I was saying, I was looking at Alpaca. Everything looks okay. I had a little read through what it is about, and everything like this, right? So it seems to be okay. And what I do like, and one thing I do like, they did what's known as a fair launch. Means they didn't sell anything to anybody, they just launched it, and people decided to pay whatever. And that was one of the best things I like about projects like this, right? We know the last time one of the companies that did something very similar was Wi-Fi network, Yearn Finance, and it did fantastic, right? So when I was looking at the structure, I was looking at this and I was like, okay, this is in a good buy zone. But, and I do have a big but here, and we're going to talk about this inside the charts as well, like our own chart, right? Market is coming to a critical point, and this is what this whole video is about. This whole video is about this critical point in the market that we have to talk about. Of course, you're going to talk about 2, 3 year, 5 year cycle, but that's fine. We're going to talk about this, right? But there's a lot more here that you need to understand, and we need to go into the main chart in order to see all of this, right? So we're going to carry on with Alpaca in a bit. So do I think it's a great coin? Short answer, yes, but we are going to talk about it a little bit more. So let's go back into the market cap now and have a look and see what the market cap is doing, where we are today, right? We're sitting at 2.24 trillion. 2.24 is awesome number to see. I mean, the volume is kind of picking up compared to where we were in the early 30s. Now we're coming up to the almost 40s, right? That's fine. 40 billion is a good number for us, right? And we can see this lovely pump coming in. We can see Ethereum is close to 50% of Ethereum's market cap, which is also fantastic. When you look on the top as well, you can see 41% and 19%, almost 20% actually. So that's really, really cool to see this kind of stuff. You can see Cardano's been pumping 96 billion now. Everything else is doing. But what was I looking at? What did I see the other day that last night I had to post something on what do you call this, on Discord, and I said, wow, don't ask me why, but what I see in Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and I think all of you guys would actually agree with what I saw, right? And this is, I'm going to just show you some crazy stuff. So top 200 losers, guess who the biggest losers are? USDT, BUSD, anything to do with a fiat currency, right? So any fiat currency peg down. Why? Because we know when these are down, those money are going into other coins, coins like BTC, Ethereum, any crypto. Basically, that's what happens when USDT, BUSD are all red, when the volume is down. So the setting you need to do is you do volume and then you do the losers and the gainers. So we're about to jump into the gainers, and guess who the biggest gainer is? Who's been leading the market? You see, this has been leading the market. You can see this clearly displayed here, right? This is who's been leading the market. So this is a great metric to look at for us, obviously. So I was really happy with this, seeing all of this, and who's leading and who's not, right? It's usually a good month in crypto. Well, we're going to talk about this, bro. We're going to talk about all of this. You fire away your questions and we'll talk about it, right? So this is what's going on right now. You can see the gainers with the percentage and the volume. So we're looking at actual volume, positive volume coming in, not negative volume. So you see, when we're looking at volume and doing the gainers and losers, right, even if we do, say, for example, 50 losers, we can do top 50 losers by volume. So that we know the volume has been dropping in this. That's what we're tracking here, the volume only, nothing else. So we know there's negative energy, negative volume, negative money coming into this. When we look at the 50 gainers, you can see where most of the positive money has been going on. When we see an overall market and we say, okay, let's go and see the top 100, you can see this is where the top 100 are, right? But for us to get a better data, we need to see the top 200. And that's when we actually see that these are the coins that are actually pumping today the most, right? This is where most of the money is being plugged in. So it's like a money flow indicator by doing the volume and the gainers. So you're seeing this momentum moving in. So that's what's happening here, which is incredible. Now, let's move into the total market cap. So actually, no, I'm going to go in order the way I set it up. Let me do it in this particular order. So that way I know what's going on. So this is the image that you all saw. This is the image that you all saw. And I said it all ends here. It all ends absolutely here. And what am I talking about when it ends all here? You know, what's the situation here? Why am I saying it ends here? Well, let me explain to you, right? So this is on a, this is the non-log chart, but I'll put it on a log chart just so you can understand what's going on. So I'll put it on a log chart and I'll put it on auto so it's easier for you guys to see. So here, this is on a weekly. And there's two moving averages that everybody needs to have locked here, locked. You put it there, and that's the only two moving average you need. Your 50 and your 200. Now, the beautiful thing about the 50 and the 200, we can use it on a daily and we can use it on a weekly, if that makes any sense to you. So what we see here, right, and very simple, what we see here, right, is our 50 and our 200. Right, that's what we're looking at. So let me just double check the colors. Give me a second. Short. Okay, that's fine. That's all I need to know. So that was the 50. So what we see here is the 50. This is how bad I am sometimes with maths. So this is our 50-day moving average, the blue color. This is our 50-week moving average. This is our 200-week moving average, and this is our 2-year moving average. Right, we're using the Hull moving average for the 2-year moving average. And I spoke about this last time as well. I said, look, whenever we're below this, we're going to stay below this. We're going to struggle to come back up. The market will confirm whether it wants to go up or down based on this. So now we've come to this critical level here, and everyone's, for whatever reason, where they got the info, I have no idea. And they're asking me, all right? And I don't claim to be a TA. I don't claim to be any kind of an expert in anything. Right? I'm just a guy sitting here with a chart and allowing the chart to tell me what to do. Do you know what I mean? So the chart tells me that this is where we're facing resistance. I agree. The chart says to me, this is where we found support. And I also agree because I didn't put this there. The chart put this there. So the chart says the 50-week moving average is a great support for us. We can hold this. And the chart also says we're bouncing like a yo-yo in between the Hull moving average as well. So we have a 50 and we have a 104 week technically, because it's a 2-year, remember. And we're seeing this range forming here. So when we look at this range, we're like, okay, we've just come and touched this 1, 2, 3. This seems to be better than anything else. So the support we had twice, but here on 3 weeks, we've had this resistance, touching this resistance. And what do we say? Whenever we start knocking on something, you know, bashing on that door, we're eventually going to break it down. That means this market is showing very bullish. Also, if you look at the wicks, you don't see top wicks where you saw one here, for example. You see bottom wicks. Bottom wicks tell us the story. The story is, so far, the bulls want to take it up, right? The story is clear. It wants to go up. But then why do people come up and, oh, this is going to go down, that's going to go down, the market's going to crash? I don't understand why, right? And it gets more interesting. So, for example, if we were to do something here, so forget all of this, I want to get rid of this, and I want to activate one more indicator here, because it does get insane, right? Hold on. I want to activate one specific indicator. Let's activate this, and let's just change something here. Obviously, we want to change it because that's the one line that I always change to this color, because I like that color. It's my favorite color. But yeah, right, I want to get into this log chart and I want to show you something, right? You know, I've mentioned yesterday that, you know, What's a bear market? What's a bull market? I mentioned that, right? Remember, we were all talking about this. People talk about bearish situations, bullish situation, and I did do something, and I know that some people are probably not happy, and let me delete all of this and I'll bring it back later, right? Some people are not happy about any of this because, what do you mean by bear market, bull market, and, where we are? This is what I mentioned yesterday, and I know this kind of stirred up a few people, right? And I said, look, if we even do this and carry on going like this, and then sometime come here, or even in the future, go down here and stay around here, and we're below this blue line. Remember, this is the median line, right? And we indefinitely stay around this line here. Is it actually a bear market? Of course, it's a bear market because we're not parabolic, the volume's not here, that's it. But is this, right, lower than where we were before? No. Is this point going to be lower than where we are now? No. So ultimately, over time, mathematically, we're always going up. So if you're a hodler for the next 5 years, 6 years, whatever, right, 5 years is recommended, right, minimum. If you do that, you're bound to come here, and this is only showing me 2023. It's not even 5 years, it's only 2 years. We might hover around here. So the lowest of the market is still higher than where we are today. So does that make any sense to you? This is why a lot of us are very bullish, right? And we're not being crazy in the sense that we're saying, oh, the market's never going to go down. We're not being unreasonable. Of course the market's going to go down. It's going to come back to this line. It might even come back to this line here. This is the 200-week moving average. We might come down all the way down here. What says this line can't adjust down? Nothing. We can. There's no rules defining that it has to stay there. It can come down here, and this line could easily adjust, right? So what we can see is maybe, this particular line come and adjust here. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But what we're looking at is, look, overall, over time, we don't go down, provided we are in it for a longer term. So ultimately, there is no bull market for us, and there is no bear market for us. When we say bull market, we're talking about parabolic rides going all the way up to here. Above this line is when we want to sell. Below this line, we want to buy. Simple rule. As long as we can buy here, accumulate for the rest of our life, we're fine. Because the moment it pops over, it goes parabolic. That's what we're talking about. So that was what I wanted to show, basically. So, bull market's over, a big dump coming, this happening, that happening. Where are you getting that information? If you are getting it, show me something. Show me something that says that Bitcoin's going to dump and go all the way down here. Show me, please. That's all I'm asking for. Don't ask me this question, are we going to go down? Because in my opinion, of course we're going to go down, but my down is still better than where we were last year. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not thinking about today. I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm thinking years ahead. Is it going to be down? Yes, of course it's going to be down. Are we going to go to the bottom? Of course we're going to go to the bottom. But is my bottom better than what it was today? Absolutely. So am I a bullish? Yes, I'm very bullish. Do you know what I mean? I'm still bullish as long as even when I'm down here, I'm very bullish. This is when I'm scared. When I'm going up here, I'm scared. I've mentioned this many times. When we went up here, I was scared, right? Because that's when it goes parabolic. We don't want to go like that. We want to, if the market continues to do this and go in this particular direction, you just have to look and see where we were and where we end, what kind of prices we end on. So when you're talking about 100k, 200k, it doesn't happen overnight. I mean, imagine someone was talking about a 100k coin, right, when we were down here, right, just a few years ago, 2017, 2018, 2020, let's do 2020. We're sitting here. Can anybody even comprehend a 100k coin at that point? But now that we're at 50k, we've touched the 65. People are talking about 100k, 200k. So the numbers are growing now, which is fine. And I'm looking at it from day here, and I'm always looking at this. I'm like, my God, look where we are. My God, we might go to 1 mil. My God, we might go to 5 mil. I'm looking at this from this point. I'm not, so while everybody else is finding it hard to comprehend, I'm just seeing this curve, and I'm just seeing how the market is just going one direction, constantly going up. More supply being taken off more supply coming out, more people hodling, more interest, more everything, more demand, supply versus demand. And guess what? Ultimately, we all win. Doesn't matter when you buy. You're always going to win if you're hodling, right? So that's what I wanted to say here. I'm not going to go on a rant on this one. But that's what it is, right? So is it over? No. This is showing me proof that something else is about to happen. This is about to smash through. If it fails, of course, there's a big question. What if it fails? Of course it could fail. If it fails, then we could expect it to come to this Fibonacci line here, this thin line here, or we can come down here and then we can find the support on the what do you call this? A 50-day moving, 50-week moving average. If we fail all of this, we can come all the way down here, and oh my God, it's doomsday for us all, right? Do you know what I mean? So we've got so many ranges here. Each one of these lines that you see are actually support lines, right? They're all support lines for us. So ultimately, that's the case. So when people talk about it, oh, are we going to go down? I have already mentioned this long time ago, guys. I've mentioned this on another chart, very long time ago. In fact, I'll show you the chart. Let me just switch this off because I know what's going to happen as soon as I leave this there. All right. Here, where did I put it? Where did I put it? This one. All right. I've mentioned it already on this one specific line. All right. I've mentioned this. We could expect a 20,000. It's never off. It's never been off the books. Do you know what I mean? In the future, we might take it off. As you can see, previous targets have all been taken off. So in the future, we will change all of this, right? But for now, these lines are still relevant. I talked about it. So. You know, I don't want to waste my time on these things, right? You know, there's no point, right? Each to their own. That's all I'm going to say. You know, ultimately, nobody's stopping you from your own opinion. You're allowed to have your own opinion, but is the market going to be over? No. Are we going to find a big bounce? Of course. Are we going to be finding resistance? Yes, we are, right? Because of this particular area. When do we not see the resistance? When we bounce up on top of this and then confirm this. That's when we're basically going. And then when we talked about, SM asked me basically, October and October to December is really good months in crypto. Well, when did we expect a reversal? 18th of October. The date is still here. Is it a good month? Traditionally, yes. But can that be always the same thing? No, not entirely. It's got nothing to do with this. Right now, the way, because we're in a kind of in a parabolic bull run, right? So there's two types of bull run. You see, this is, again, something I have to explain to you. Yeah, let's do this. Now I'm going to activate the log because it is important. And I'm going to go on leave it on the weekly, and I'll show you something. So there's two types of bull runs, right? So there's a bull run, and then there's nothing. So this is when you see, for example, you're on the bottom. From the bottom, you start going to the top somewhere, to that middle line. That's a bull run. That's also a bull run. People call it a micro bull run or a mini bull run, right? Super. And then, you know, we have this is a mini bear run. That's fine. It's a mini bear market. So when we're talking about a complete bear market, we're talking about from the previous high, when we come down here below this blue line and we stick around here, that's a major bear market. When do we break out of a major bear market? When we go above this. Right, so inside a bear market, we can see these mini bull runs, and they're bull runs. Absolutely, that means we've been pushing forward, getting higher highs. That's it. So anything to do with higher highs is a bull run. When do we start going parabolic? When we're above here, and these are the major bull run. How long does a major bull run last? Weeks to months. It doesn't last for years. This level here would last for years. Months and years sometimes, right? So you can see from previous history as well, would last for years and years, right? But what you look at is if you even bought it here, this was a bull run because end of the day, look, it kept on doing higher highs until 2017. And then it did the actual parabolic run. So the parabolic run is the power move. That's when you go from $1,000 to $20,000. Do you see what I mean? So here, for example, we're sitting at 50K. And now if we go from 50K, we can pump all the way to 150, 160K. Do you know what I mean? So that's what a parabolic run does. So that's the power bull run, and this is the micro bull run. So we had a micro bull run from 2020 to the May or April, I believe it was March, April, right? That was a mini bull run. And then we had the major pump, and we failed. So there was a failed rally. So we came down here. We came to correct. We corrected. We didn't enter the a bear cycle. We just done a little bit of a correction, and we're coming back now. This is a breather. I mean, imagine this. Normally a correction would be 40-50%. If we went from 3K here, or 5K, 6K, right, whatever it was, right, to here, and if we did a 50% there, that would have been a healthy correction. But we didn't. So what we did, we went there, we said, okay, fine. And then from that point, we went there. Now we had a 55% correction. Absolutely fine. it's higher than where we were here. Obviously, I understand a lot of you guys are new, so you see it to be completely different. But trust me, you're going to get around to it as well. In the future, one day you're going to sit down and you're going to talk about it, and you're going to repeat the same words. Right? When you know that in the future we're sitting around here and you say, well, guys, it was a discount here. This is what happens. I know I'm not being fair here because obviously I've been in it a long time and I've seen this, but I've seen this pattern that when I bought here, this was high for me. Sorry, this bottom was high for me. So this bottom to this bottom, it was always high for me. So from this bottom to this bottom, it's always high for me. Do you know what I mean? I'm always getting a higher low compared to thing, and I'm getting higher highs, right? Ultimately, everything here, this whole bear market here was a bull run. Do you know what I mean? So it's your perspective. You know, I'm not going to say it's a bull run officially, obviously. This is going to be the official bull run when we start breaking these lines, right? So that's all I want to say. I mean, ultimately, it's all about previous highs. So, for example, this particular time, we went bearish. So, of course, we've been a mini bear market. And I want to show you one particular data. You see this particular area here. Until we break this, we're not officially back in a bull market. So, are we in a bear run? Yes, we're still in the bear market. This is still a bear market. Of course, when in doubt, just zoom out, right? And this is what you're going to see, right? When you zoom out, you're going to see this. And it doesn't matter. Look, people say, I use a log chart. I won't use a log chart. What difference does it make? Absolutely nothing. I'm still below my blue line. Only thing it does is it shows it like this, which is kind of idiotic, right? But other than that, if you carefully look, right, we're still below that blue line, that median line. It doesn't matter how you put the chart, right? It just makes it easier for using a log chart. That's all it is. Because I've had a few people talk about it, pros apparently, and I'm like, well, hold on. You're going to make an effort. You're going to use a chart like this, and just to see the history, you're going to go all the way back. Man, you like this? How stupid is that? I'd rather do this, and boom, I have it all in front of me in one go. It doesn't make any difference. The lines don't change. The line doesn't change, the pattern doesn't change. So why on earth would I not use a log chart? And why wouldn't I? Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense, right? It's all the same data, but this way I can see it all in one go, and the other way I have to basically really go and find it. Stupid though. So yeah, this is what it is, guys. If we're looking at any risk, where basically the risk would be if we come back to this blue line on the weekly. Remember, on the weekly 50-week moving average, if we come back down, touch this, then and we break this, right, game's over. Full stop. Game's over. So far, you can see we have not, or the whole time here since May 2020. This whole time, the only time we came and touched it was here back in July. But other than that, we have not invalidated this bull run. This run is still on. This is why I'm still bullish. This is why I don't think it's going to dump here. And if it does dump, we can expect it to come down here, which is a 35k. And right now, as I said, we're knocking so many times. We're so close to this, and we're so bullish around here. I've got a feeling we're going to smash through. It's a matter of time. We're going to smash through, and if we do, it's going to be insane. So that's that. I don't want to talk too much about that. Now let's move into a little bit of prediction or something like this. Let's do some kind of a which one is this? This is, I believe, let me refresh this. Hold on. I think this is one. Let me double check. Yeah, this is my index chart. All right, so here what I've done is I've activated this death cross thingy. So this is how you can see. So we've got the 50 death cross and golden cross, right? So what we're saying is around this area, you can see this 15, 16, 17. It's changed to 17 now. Yesterday it was about 16. Yeah, well, definitely, bro. Definitely. Right, we're gonna fly through the charts right now. So right, let's get into this. Right, so BTC, this is what we were facing. This was a trend line that I was looking at. Remember this trend line I was looking at, and it was an awesome trend line. It actually held. Also, I want to double check something here. I think I need to just adjust it slightly. So just here, right? So this is where we got our resistance here, and then we've got support, and this is what the curve is right now, what we have. So I just want to confirm this, and this is what we've got, right? So far, everything seems to be awesome. As long as we can keep on this line, we can climb higher. We can do this, not an issue, right? And then you can see the Fibonacci is still there, right? We're still fighting on the Fibonacci. So ultimately, we'll get there at some point. I'm not going to bother too much about this one, but this is definitely coming. All right, that's definitely coming. The other chart that I have shown to you guys, and I've just recently I realized that I didn't show it too much. Let me show you here, right? So remember our little red box, yellow box theory. Okay, remember we said we have a lot of trouble around this red box, and right now you can see we did peak yesterday, and this is confirmation saying that the bulls are ready to go. Also, if you actually activate the volume, right, you can actually see that this particular move we did, right, was actually kind of, it had volume in it. And also if you look here, look at this stochastic RSI. I mean, it's looking beautiful. If you look carefully, we just re-entered the zone. The blue line is leading again, and this is on a daily. So this is telling us that right now we're going to go up for a few more days, right? So everything is pointing bullish. We're going to point up for a few days until we get to the top. Then we might see a rejection, right? So let's see what happens. But you can see from previous history, we can stick around here for a few days. So ultimately, I'm just happy that this is flipped on a daily. Also on a weekly, if you look carefully, it is still looking very bearish in my opinion, right? But remember, weekly we can have weeks and weeks and weeks above here. So this could last for weeks and weeks. It doesn't matter. We could still be pumping within this time, right? The one that I'm fascinated about is this one here, and I've talked about it yesterday as well, I believe. I'm really excited about this one. This is the monthly, guys, monthly. Look at this, the monthly, all right? And just want to show you, like, out for context, right? If you look at this, right, this monthly, what it does, right? And I just want to, let me just bring it here. I'm going to show you this. This is how insane this monthly. Which chart am I using? I'm using Binance. Sorry, guys. I'm sure I just bust the headphone there. Let me show you this on another chart, because this one's stupid. I hate stupid charts. Let's take this off. Let's go monthly. And let's go insane on this, right? Let's forget everything and just look at this, right? This is all I'm looking at, right? So check this out. When we are below here, right? This stochastic RSI, let's make this all larger and everything as well. Let's make this all larger. This is monthly, guys. This is monthly. This is where the beauty comes in. When we're down here, perfect time to buy. So this was all perfect time to buy back in 2014, 2013. Obviously, we're not going that far. Then we have here, right? Again, we had the perfect time in February. You can see in February, we got the indication, the stochastic RSI down, perfect time to buy. And then we basically flipped over and we came here, and that's when we started going up. So technically, we can say this was our official bull market. Did we come down again? Actually, no, the RSI stayed within this level. It didn't come back down here. So far, we were good. This time you can see we've come down here, we touched it, we didn't go below. So the bear markets are usually within these zones, right? We didn't go below, and we're reversing back up now. So we're hoping to go up even further. The other thing to look at is this RSI levels. And what you see on this RSI, you see this pattern forming, right? We're always peaking out around here. This time we didn't peak out. If you look carefully, we didn't peak out, which is awesome, number one. Number two, if you look at the bottom, right, you can see these are the market lows, right? These are the market lows. Right, so we can see exactly where the market lows are on a monthly, and you can see right now here we've got this pattern forming, and I'll just show you from here. Delete this. Beauty of not saving your charts means you can always refresh and get it back. That's the trick I use basically. So I don't want to change. I don't like changing my chart. So this is a trick I use not to change my chart. I just basically don't save it. Okay, so you can see this, right? So this is where we are. Of course, this is showing us two data. One is saying that we're getting into that overbought territory. But when we know we get to that overbought territory on a monthly, we are going to see the entire market go parabolic and go insane. If we fall below this line, we're in danger, right? Which means we can possibly go back down here and then come back again. But how likely is this going to happen? Very unlikely right now, because the market is coming to the end, so it's going to do its thing, and end of the day, we're going to see this bull market finish at some point, right? But you know what I meant, like earlier on, what I said, right? For me, it doesn't matter whether we basically go up or down. It depends on your perspective, right? When you look at the log charts and everything, do you see it on a longer time frame, or do you see it on a shorter time frame? And what I mean by that, are you seeing the future or not, or are you just seeing today? So this is what it is, right? Here you can see we've got the 50-day here. We're about to come across. It's going to happen very soon, so I'm not going to talk too much about this. So other than that, And guys, if you're thinking about corrections or anything like that, no point even talking about it. All we can do is look at this on a short term, very short term, because we can't target anything higher right now, because remember our previous targets are still valid. So based on this, we can see that if we can break this neckline here, this 2 wicks here, we can actually pump over to 1618, which is going to be 51,000. So we could be expecting a $51,000 coin anytime today, tomorrow, something like this, or in the next few days. We could easily, and then we start doing our next target, and ultimately all of this will bring us back to this target zone here. As you can see here, for example, it will take us into this target zone. So we want to get to this target zone. This $59,000 level is a key level we must get to at some point. Right, let's not waste any more time. Let's go into Ethereum. Also, another brother asked me on YouTube. By the way, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, please smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, or dislike it if you don't like it. I don't really care. Leave your comments below as well, and let me know your questions. And if you have questions, guys, try to do it on the Discord server. I'll actually post the Discord link again today. So the link is, you know, the bit.ly link, bit.ly/SD Crypto Discord. So you can actually come into from that one, and I'll update the link as well so everyone gets it. Because I know I actually gave permission to a few people to allow inviting to the server, and what it does, it resets the invite link. I didn't realize that, so now I've said nobody can invite. I'm going to only have one invite that does not expire, so hopefully that one will solve that problem. So looking at Ethereum, you can see I've adjusted a few things, and when I did, I actually sent a photo of the previous stuff because we did meet our targets. You can see that we had this, there was another indicator here. Actually, where did I put the thing? Let me get the Discord open for you so I'll show you what I mean. I love this auto stuff. Oh, sorry, I'm not there. Yeah, I'm here. What happened here? Oh, these are some of my test stuff. Oh, it's not my test stuff. What's going on here? This is the real stuff. Yeah, this is today. I didn't even realize this. This is sending the links basically. So here I sent a picture just to kind of give you confirmation. You can actually see this on and we're going to talk about all of this as well. Me and another brother, we were sitting down and we were talking about this breakout, and this was about 6 hours before. So here you go, guys. I just want to show you this picture. So this is a picture, and we had a target level here, this Fibonacci target level here. We actually met our target. So you can go to Discord and you can see it's there. We met the target. So I took that indicator off, I took that Fibonacci off, I cleaned it up a little bit because obviously we're doing other stuff, right? So I just wanted to show you all this. So let's get back there. So this is what I did. I just took it off because we met the target. So now our next target is this 4,300 is our next target, and then the target after that is 6,200. So you can see the targets are now gradually moving up. So once we meet the target, then we go to the next target. And also this was the bull flag pole target, which is the 4,993. Still on play. Just wanted to show you, but keep the chart a little bit more cleaner. Now let's move into BNB. What did I see in BNB? I sent a picture out as well, right? This is BNB doing the same golden cross, death cross. This was the death cross, and this is the golden cross. And guess what BNB just did? It just did its actual golden cross. It just did its actual golden cross. RSI is sitting here as well. It's also showing bullish. This was the perfect opportunity for anybody who didn't enter. This is saying we're about to go parabolic. Right, and I was looking at other key levels on this as well, right? Many key levels, right? I was looking at this is where we're going to find some resistance, and I'm just looking at this and I'm like, wow, we actually attempted to break this. This is insane, right? So all we need to do now is basically break this, go above. So what we're looking at is this one. So I hate this. Somebody help me. I hate this. What did I just do? What? What did I just do? Insane, guys, insane. How did I manage to do this? You know what? I know exactly what to do. Refresh this. And then activate it from here. Don't save your charts. It always works. BNB, baby. Here we are. Right. Best way to do it. Never save your charts. They will always come back, or at least sit somewhere. So let's do this again, right? So what I was trying to show you here is this particular these few candles here, right? I looked at all of this and I said, okay, this is the neckline we need to break. And as you can see, we did attempt it, right? And ultimately, we are looking at, if we do break this, smash this, then on a short term, we're looking at this $660, right? And on the long term, and I do have it here, we're looking at a $1,100. This is the most extreme if we do break this. Now, what am I looking at this and what am I seeing, right? One of the other things that I saw. So obviously, we saw this metric confirmed for us. We saw everything confirmed for us. And what we're looking at is this area here. So what I saw when I was looking at this area here. And I saw like, okay, what do I see here? And I'm sure you guys have already guessed what I noticed. And I see this actual cross as well. So everything's like kind of confirming to me what it wants to do. So we take this and we put it on the top here and we say, what happens when we break above? Well, when we break above, we can see anything up to $750. Because if this is showing me, and this does look like a daily bull flag, right? This looks like a daily bull flag. So we've got the flagpole here and we've got the flag here, right? It looks like it. And I think basically this could play out, and if it does, then we're expecting this levels here. So that's why I'm slightly more bullish, and I was excited, highly excited, if this plays out, right? So remember, I'm using an if statement here, guys. If this plays out, ultimately it does look like it wants to break out. Everything is confirming. So we've got the RSI, stochastic RSI, confirming it. RSI is a bit low, and obviously it will come in, and we're looking at this golden cross. Also, the other secret, guess who's talking about this? I don't know if you know about Wall Street Bets, where they're talking about this, and they are saying they want to pump it as well. So I'm not going to say anything else. I'll just leave it there. Now, brother asked me for eGold, EGLD. EGLD has also crossed. It's about to cross. So EGLD will be crossing on the 14th of September, kind of following what do you call this? The Bitcoin. So almost basically is tracking Bitcoin, EGLD, right? EGLD looks solid. If you look here, this was the previous high, and the previous forecast we had was anything up to $387, right? And right now, EGLD on a short term is showing anything up to $250, but it's been kind of following BTC. It's really, really good. So one thing I'm going to be cautious about is this particular neckline here, this particular level here, $191. If we do not break this, and also if BTC doesn't do its thing, then we could expect this to come down as well. So ultimately, we still got a little bit of time, and so far it seems to be good. It's keeping on the trend, exactly same as Bitcoin. So this is more like following Bitcoin. So if you want to track this, you can track this and you know what Bitcoin is doing, or you can track Bitcoin and you know what this is doing. So ultimately, this is what I'm looking at on the positive side of things, right? On the negative side of things, there is nothing actually. The only thing that right now could be bad for everybody, a black swan for all the crypto, is if BTC takes a big dump. Very simple. If BTC gets rejected at that $58,000 level, we've talked about it, market's over. So you just sit back, hold. Total market cap, we did do a target, we did do fibs, and you can see we just smashed through the fib last night. Right, we smashed through the fib. Also, this is lagging, so remember, we smashed through all of the fibs. So I just want to get rid of all of this. So I'm going to get rid of this right now. It doesn't matter. And you can see our projection that we had for the future was we were going to see a $3.37 trillion market cap at some point, and we're so close to this neckline. You can see where we got rejected. If you look carefully, I'll show you this. This is insane. We got rejected exactly at that level, all right, and we came down, which is fine. So we just got to break this level in order for us to go back to that previous high that we had at 2.5 trillion. Once we do that, we're going to these levels. We're going to these, 2.89. We're going to this 3.37 at some point very soon, very fast. It's happening. I'm telling you, it's happening. So that's that. And you wanted to, so this is the chart I was showing another brother. We did this on another chart and we said, look, this is going to be the breakout. That happened. So very simple. I'm not going to make this any longer. Now you want to know about theta. Let's do one by one. Theta. Actually, hold on. I hold theta as well. So by the way, every coin here, guys, anything in red, apart from these total and others, right? Apart from this two, anything in red, and apart from these two, is my current holding. So I have managed to get rid of all the shit coins. So you wanted theta. Let me find it. Interesting. I don't have theta here. I should have had theta here because I do hold theta. So I didn't add it on this one. I probably add it on another one. So let me add that. No worries. So we've got theta now. There you go. We've got theta now. And I'm going to put a red because I do own it. So anything I own, I'll put a little red on it. And there. So theta. Look how long ago we did this. Look how long ago we did this. Remember the colors we were using because this is where it is. So theta currently just broke its trend. So this is quite cool. So if you look carefully, it just broke its neckline just a few days ago. And so far, it seems okay. I'm seeing also another pattern here, which is okay if you can hold this. But near short term, it needs to break above this line. It needs to break above this line. If it can't break above this line, it's got an issue. So if we do take this particular data here today, for example, or take this previous high and we use this, yeah, theta's having a tough time. Theta, I think, yeah, it's having a tough time. It's done its thing. It's suffered quite a bit. Until we get momentum coming back here, it's not going to do anything. And if it does, then we're currently short term, we're looking at $9. So I wouldn't really go insane on this or anything like this. You know, I'm just going to hold back. What I've got, I've got. You know what I mean? What I've got, I've got. And remember, when we had theta from back down here. So, you know, where is it? We had theta from back down here. So we're up anyway. So we're just going to hold. We're not going to really bother too much about this. And let's see what the market does, right? If the sentiment moves back in again, it's going to go. And also remember what happens when you have 11,600 coins, right? You got too much, your people are spoiled for choice, so they don't know what to buy, what not. And a lot of the time, something that doesn't perform as they wanted to, they dump and they go to something else. It's stupid, I'm telling you. You know, in my opinion, why go to one when you can have them all? So that's theta. Come on, dot, come on. You want dot? You want dot? I'm going through them in order, guys. So whatever I've seen, I'm going to go through them in order. Where's my dot gone? See, there's my dot. Let's have a look at dot. So dot, you want midterm and you want short term and you want whatever term. Well, here we go. It's already done for you, right? So this is what we saw. Again, similar pattern showing like a bull flag. Absolutely crazy. We smashed through that resistance level, which I'm really happy. We got rejected on this particular level, and coincidentally, this level, I'll show you what I mean. Boom. You see here, I was looking at these points here where basically we got rejected. So it's absolutely fine. It's one of my favorite coins. I do track it. Near term, I'm looking at $38. And after that, we're going to step up, obviously. Once we hit the 38, then we've got a 47. I'm not looking at the entire long term yet, right? I am holding back on that one because there's no point. Because, again, the market right now, where it is, it's critical, right? It's in a critical level right now. So we have to be very careful what we look at and how far we think ahead. So if I was to say what's the highest possible if we do go parabolic to the top, 77, but I wouldn't put my money in just because of this. You know what I mean? I'd rather put it in because of this, because I'm looking at the difference here and the percentage here. Do you know what I mean? So that's how it is. Unless you've already bought it here, it's a great story. If you bought it here, again, you're doing awesome. If you didn't, then you got to be really careful. So don't hype into stuff, because remember, end of the market is when too many people hype in and they get wrecked, you know. And we're gonna, everybody that's been in the market from way back in the days, we're always gonna make money off you. So that's the honest truth, right? Okay, that's that. Where do we see it in 2 5-year cycles? 5-year cycle, 4-year cycle is a different story. Remember, this cycle for us started differently for different people, obviously, right? So I've said, for me, it started in 2019 because I'm looking at the curve, right? And what I've just demonstrated today earlier on in the video, it doesn't matter what price you bought it, it's always going up. Your lows are going to be higher than previous year. Your highs are going to be higher than previous year. So of course the market's always going up. So when you do that kind of a projection, just double up. You can easily just say, well, it's going to be double the price. That's the minimum, right? So if something's 100 quid next cycle and it survives, right? So there are different things you need to look at. If you bought something for 100 this cycle and it pumped to whatever and it dumped to whatever, the next cycle, wherever it stabilizes and it's a good solid project, following year, expect double. Simple. So that's 100%, 2x from where you are now. You can easily expect that. And then obviously you create the new highs, the new targets as you progress along. So you know what I mean? So when you're holding a bag, you have to be able to say, okay, this is how much my bag is, and this is what my bag's going to do in the future, and am I prepared to hold on to it? And it's a very simple way to do it, right? Rather than complicating things. And you don't have to dream about the 100x and this and that. Because you know what? Some of those coins, if they're successful, they will do 1000x, not a problem. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's that, right? So what's next? Okay, when in doubt, Zero. Okay, we've got that. Ada, you wanted Cardano. So let's talk about Cardano. I'm always bullish, man. End of the day, listen, it's up. Why am I bullish? I've given you my reason for why I'm bullish, right? I've talked about this to everybody. Why am I so bullish? What's the reason, right? And it's that log chart. You take that log chart away from me, and I have no idea what the market is doing. That log chart for me works wonders because it actually tells me what the market is doing, right? So we've talked about Cardano the other day as well. This was a neckline we had to break. We've smashed through that. And I'm using this neckline to do some kind of, I would say prediction, kind of mathematical predictions. But this is where we went parabolic, which is absolutely fine. And we found a bit of a resistance or whatever, right? It doesn't matter what we found. We went to our targets. Our target was like, I think it was, $2.92. We beat that. We smashed through that. Found support around here again. So we're good. Everything is good. We're good. We're on target to go to $3.53. Right, and once we beat that, then we're going to the $4.16, which is something we actually did down here. So the target we made was over here somewhere. We targeted this amount, and we've come back to this. And then I wanted to see, well, sorry, this is what we targeted. We targeted this, the $3.72, right? So the next target would be $3.72, and then after that we've got the $4.16. So you can see the short term, mid term, long term, right? For now, this season, this is what we expect, right? We might see something else on another season, but this season, this is it. That's what Cardano is showing us. So it should be kind of awesome. Now, there's no point looking at this. Everything seems good, and you see this VPVR. This was important. So we see how we found around this purple level. So if you look carefully around this purple level here, once we break up out of this purple level and have a body close above, it's a whole different story. And you can see this 51,000 that was based on this particular what do you call this? So this breakout here, this triangle. I don't know if you can see the triangle. Yeah, you should be able to see it. Yeah. I'll make it red. So this triangle, when we break out of this triangle, the target we had was on the dot was 51,700. So it's pretty similar to what we targeted here as well. Right, when we did this, we said, okay, let's have a look at this. So this is the body, and this is how far we can go. And you can see that 51,000 starts flashing. So here it's slightly different. It says 51,420. Over there, 51,500 to 51,700. So it doesn't matter, but that's what we're looking at. That's the new target, basically, the short-term target, what we're looking at. And this is kind of, it confirms, because this is usually the triangle breakout, right? Okay, I'll have a look at that. So triangle breakout, basically, that's what this is, right? I was looking at Grayscale. We were at 15 yesterday. We're at 14 now. Again, indicating that there are some interest in the market. Not as much, but some. But you can see this Ethereum. There's a lot of interest. A lot of interest. Remember, when there's too much interest, this goes green. When there's not enough, they sell it for cheap so they can get more people. So that's that. What's this? Oh, exchange flow, stablecoin, no point looking at this. This is not concerning. This is where we can see BTC's been leaving, which is okay. I'm not going to look at that too much every day. It gets boring. Ethereum, no point. Same again, GBTC just leaving. Yeah, other than that, guys, I think this was awesome. I think we've got a clear idea of exactly what the market's doing. We can see where the volume are. We can see, a majority of the volume is coming into BTC and Ethereum right now. If you look at the entire market cap, and the market's just getting ready, it's getting ready. It's going to do that thing that it needs to do, and ultimately, it's going to smash through everything. It's going to surprise everyone. But as I said, remember, one of the most important thing to look at is, where we are. Right now, right? And remember this Hull moving average I was talking about, not this. Let me find the Hull. To find the Hull, all you gotta do is type in HMA and that will bring it up, right? So, where is it? Let me get that. I know what's going on. There it is. This is the problem. So we get the Hull moving average. Right. HMA. There you go. And that will show you on the weekly, basically, where we are and what we need to do, okay, when it activates. And also the setting, you have to change one thing on the setting. You have to change it to 104. 104 weeks is 2 years, okay? And the style, you can do whatever you like. I usually like to keep it yellow, and I usually like to make it big, so that way everyone can see it. And this is what we got, right? So HMA, remember, you got to set it up to 104 in order for you to see this specific thing. As soon as we pop above this, that's it. There's no more ifs and buts. Do you know what I mean? But until then, yeah, of course we can bounce around here. Remember this, guys. So is it going to be over? Maybe not. You know, why are so many people so bearish? I have no idea. My advice to everybody, if you're bearish, if you think the market's going to crash, get the hell out and just stay out. Full stop, right? And if you think the market's going to go up and you believe in that, then you need to really believe in that and be in it for at least 5 years. And if you don't, then just stop talking about it. It's not for you. Do you know what I mean? If you're bearish, stay out the market. If you're bullish, then you know you're in the market. Then you got to make sure you're convicted, right? You have full conviction that you're going to be in there. You believe in it. You trust in the software. If you the network, right? If you don't, I don't know what you guys are doing here. Do you know what I mean? Because it is kind of it makes me go fed up. Like, it's like every time people are, oh, we're gonna have a dump. We're gonna have this. Of course we're gonna have a dump. Nothing goes straight. Everything goes up or down in waves. Follow the waves. Okay, follow the waves. So that's it, guys. Other than that, it's well, it's time for me to go. I think it's been a long stream. I don't want to make it long, and I know there's been a lot of questions, and sorry about everything. I've just tried to explain what goes on. So remember, guys, we do have the Discord, so I'll put the link up as well. I'll update the link. And on the Discord, basically, you can join and you can ask me questions and everything. You can DM me. So that's why I've got it there. So you can actually directly DM me and talk to me directly and say what's going on, or ask me questions and this and that. And I've got loads of other things set up. So other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe. I hope everybody enjoyed what you just saw there. I hope we found value. And please share with another. That would be really, really awesome. Make sure to share with one other and see what goes on. And hope to catch you on another stream. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to try and time this. So I'm going to try and do streams, daily streams, around the 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. UK time. So that way, at least you've got an expectation that, okay, the stream's going to start around this time. I think it's a good time for me to start this. But this will be a short-term thing until I find out what time my... because I'm doing a university course, so until I find out what my timetable is in October, I haven't actually, I just need to call up and find out. But yeah, so from October I'm going to be in uni, going back to school, guys. Probably get my maths better, because my maths is wrong. Yeah, but other than that, like, share, subscribe. Adios, my amigos. It's been a pleasure having you all here. By the way, I didn't do the intro today, so do you know what I'll do? I'll do the intro as the outro, and then I'll leave. Adios.
Bitcoin is a bank in cyberspace. Monetary energy, ore of the earth, doubles every year. Listen to my words. Selling doesn't hurt. Selling is absurd. It's like cutting off your wings, but you want to be a bird.